one of the things I think that'd be timely to talk about is cancer policy. So, we all know that cancer is something that touches all of our lives. We all have somebody we know or ourselves have been touched by cancer. I have a grandmother who passed away from breast cancer at 69 years old. I have family members with cancer. It's touched our lives. I've got some friends now that are dealing with cancer. We help a local oncology center. We very rarely go through a week, maybe even a few days, without getting a call from one of our clients or one of our partners with somebody who has cancer. Would you agree with that?
More and more, sadly.
Yeah.
Every week, multiple clients or friends and family of clients that call and say, hey, I was just diagnosed with such and such cancer. What do I do? What are my coverages going to look like? What is this going to cost me? And we've talked a lot about that as an agency the last few months because we're seeing such a large uptick in those calls, unfortunately. And depending on the Medicare plan, some are going to give you very, very good medical coverage. So you have very little risk financially for the medical treatment specifically.
Yeah.
And even with some of the other plans, whether you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you've got a max amount of pocket you need to reach, or you're on Affordable Care Act or even group coverage, and you've got a few $1,000s that you are responsible for paying, a cancer plan that we offer for, like you said, $1 a day or so can give you so much more protection. A fascinating statistic that we saw recently is that about 50% of costs associated with cancer treatment are non-medical. So yes, you've got these expensive chemotherapy treatments. Yes, you might be taking these giant chemo pills at home that you're getting from your pharmacy, whatever the case might be. But nationally, that's only about 50% of the costs that are incurred.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you've got travel. If you're going down, we're here in Eastern Idaho. If you went down, and actually one of our agents just this week shared an example of one of his clients having to go down to Salt Lake. And because of his diagnosis, he could not be more than 15 minutes away from this specific treatment center for a month. So to live in a hotel and to be eating out regularly and whatnot for that month gets real expensive real quick.
Yeah.
Right? To have maybe kids come from other states or whatnot to come stay with you, or lost wages, right? If you're working 30, 40, 50 years old and you're taking off weeks and weeks or months at a time, does that affect you and your family and your ability to pay the bills?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So these cancer plans, I'm a huge fan. I firmly believe that everyone needs a cancer policy.
Regardless of age.
Regardless of age.